CVE Gaming.
Suck it!
Hello everybody, this is CVE Bird and welcome to my second video. This video is more of a tips, tactics and strategies for Pistolier mode, or I call it Pistolier, but yeah, Pistolier mode, which is the default public game lab mode for Assassin's Creed 4 multiplayer. So in this video, I've got a video in the background, but I'm not looking at it. I'm just reading off some of the notes that I've taken from some of the things that I use, I've noticed players use, and I think these will help you if you're new to the game. Also as well, if you've played it, you might be wondering, okay, what does somebody like myself do, or have I noticed other players do that are really good at this mode? So literally, I'm just reading off some notes. So I've got about 10 minutes for this, so hopefully that shouldn't take any longer than that. But yeah, here it goes. The first thing to be aware of is abilities. There are 3 fixed abilities in this game, so you can't choose any other ones. It is shield, disguise and pistol. Now the notable things that I wanted to really look at was the cooldowns. The cooldowns for shield is 11 seconds, the cooldown for disguise is 9 seconds, and the cooldown for pistol is 15 seconds. So in regards to this mode, the dev team have given you 2 defensive abilities, shield and disguise, and 1 offensive killing ability, pistol. And you can also use shield as an offensive stun ability, because you know you can't melee kill, but if someone wants to shoot you, you've got that little distance where you can run up to them and just smack them in the face, right? So from my perspective, using disguise is a must, especially as it has the shortest cooldown. I personally use it the minute I hear whispers, and if I can see a human walking close to me or around, very alert players that are looking for personas will remember you. So one of the things that you need to be aware is that you can be looking for your target, and if you're against an aware player or an advanced player, they'll be looking for your persona. So putting disguise on really is a good thing to do. Also as well, if you are in first or second place, you can guarantee that there are going to be a lot of people looking for you. So disguise is a must. I mean, it's every 9 seconds, so it just shows that because it's the shortest cooldown ability, they want you to use it a lot, and you should be, because you're always going to be having people looking for you. But usually for me, the minute I hear whispers, I just literally clock it on. Just get instinctively used. Just the minute it's down, activate that disguise again. And again, obviously you're going to be using shield because shield's what's going to save you, but you need to really kind of throw out disguise as much as you can, but be careful when you use your shield. But I'll kind of get into that a little bit later anyway. Okay, let's take a look at the abilities a little bit more. With shield, I like the visual improvements that it's got from AC3. They have made it so that you actually see it very, very clearly when the ability is active, because what will happen is you'll press the ability and then you'll see nothing on the screen, and then you might start to hear something, then you see a shield appear and start to revolve around you. When you see a shield appear, that is when your ability is actually active. So not from the minute you press the button, that's not when it's active. It's the minute you see the shield, that's when it's actually active. And then also you've got a nice sound when somebody shoots you. It's like a shattering of the shield or of glass. So again, it was happening to me for a long time. You probably still see me in videos like, oh, what? Like literally, when you press the button, shield is not instant. It has a startup time before it is active. Okay, so be aware of that. And the gun aim is quicker than your startup time. So if somebody's got a very, very quick and precise ½ a second aim time and they shoot you, they will shoot you, and your shield will still activate because you've pressed it, but it hasn't activated in time. So you kind of almost have to preempt a shot is coming, or almost anticipate it to some degree. But if you're not bang on the timing, you can literally shield the minute like you can just do it. You'll know what I mean when you start doing it. But the other thing is, like I said, with the shield, you have it so that the minute you get shot, you hear the glass shatter. But the other thing which is good is that when you actually hear it shatter, you see it, and it will shatter on the side that somebody has actually shot you from. So if you're walking and you hear the shatter, look at where your shield shattered. If it shattered on the left, somebody shot you from the left. So that's just literally something that you need to be aware of. So you can actually look for that. So when you hit a blip, 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 got the shield on, okay, you know you're active. Where does it shatter? Shatters on the right, look around to the right. Somebody might run off, or just, if they're clever, they'll just blend like nothing's happened. But the other thing which is really good is always bear in mind, remember I said you have, I believe, 11-second cooldown for shield, 9 for disguise, and then 15 seconds for pistol. So remember, if somebody does not shoot you, or sorry, if somebody shoots you but doesn't kill you, you have up to 15 seconds to stun that person. If you have used your shield, remember, you're going to get your shield back before they get their gun back. So you should be the aggressor in that instance. With disguise, it pretty much has, you know, disguise is disguise. There's not that much change. I haven't really been aware of how long it is, but I think it's default kind of like 15 seconds, right? 10-15 seconds, can't remember. But disguise is pretty much disguise. It still has the same strong animus effect, so just be aware that players that are looking around, they will blatantly see you from quite far, put on the disguise and take it off. So the whole walking around the corner, that really does work. So that's one of the things you want to do. If you actually do have the disguise on, or want to put a disguise on, and you can hear whispers, go around the corner, clock on that disguise, and then after that walk around the corner. That really is a very good tactic in this mode. Again, you will be using this often, you will be using disguise often when you're in first or second place. So it is advised for you to use this offensively to kill your target, because again, aware targets will be looking for your persona and be looking for you to be walking kind of oddly around them. So if you're disguised and you're in a blend group, it's a little easy for you to get close and then literally let that pistol shot off. Just remember, a lot of players are very aware, and we don't really know where people are coming from. Again, if you know a gamer's gamer type, you're like, oh, okay, that's Rain and Storm Wake, or that's Luma, or whoever. But a lot of these people you don't know. So just because they're level 1 does not mean they're new to this game. So just be aware of that. And because this is a game where all the abilities are fixed, nobody has an advantage over anybody per se. It's just how experienced you are, how quick your reactions are, and how creative you can be with what you're doing, and also understanding the level, the map, and other things like your players' tendencies, etc, etc. Also, players, if you are using disguise and you're new to the game, do not be obvious. Do not power walk with A or whatever it is on the PlayStation 3 towards your target. You know, just stay calm and walk and try and get into blend groups and just kind of walk around, but just don't be running everywhere, because they'll just activate shield, run up to you and stun you, and then when you're stunned for a very long time. A very long time. I've not even calculated, but it just feels like forever. And you just hit a blue, blue, bang, and you're gone. So one of the things I would say is stay calm around players, your targets, and keep a good distance before you try and do a pistol kill on them. Don't try and pistol kill them like point blank. It just will not work. Okay, now with the pistol, be aware that you have a very, very, very short aiming time. And if you time it correctly, you will aim and kill somebody in about half a second. You do not need to fully focus aim. You just do not need to do it in this game. You just literally can go hold your hand on your button, blip, blip, and then you're gone. You know, it's a feeling, and you'll probably get used to what it should be like when you hear players do it to you. So like, wow, they shot me that quick. You kind of have to learn it, but after you learn it, it becomes like second nature. Again, as I was saying before, be aware that you need to have good distance between you and your target before trying to kill them. The only way that you can really sometimes maybe not have good distance is when you're against new players, because they're not very aware and they're new to the game, so they're trying to take everything in so you can get away with things. But against advanced and intermediate players, you're not going to get away with it, so it becomes a different dynamic when you're doing things like that. Be aware, if you do not aim your gun for long enough, what your character will do is he will put his hand up, and then nothing will come out, and he'll slowly put his hand down, and it seems like an eternity if you aim it and let go but don't aim it for long enough. It doesn't happen all the time. When it does happen, you'll know about it, so be aware of it. And again, in some circumstances where you do see somebody and they're jumping in the air and they haven't activated shield already, you can shoot them. If somebody's grounded, you can shoot them. You don't have to rush it then. So just be aware of your focus times with the pistol. And again, it is a very, very, very slow and long time to wait, and only then can you relaunch your pistol, but it just feels like an eternity. So overall, don't be completely reckless with your pistol, and unless you're around new or unaware players, don't think you can get away with cheeky stuff. You'll know who the new players are, you can remember their personas, and they probably will be doing things which are not that clever to do if you know what you're doing. But if you don't know what you're doing, some players just get really excited, and I would recommend taking full advantage of that, because that's what anybody would do. Okay, moving to the next section. This is the overall tactics, strategies kind of sections and things that I've noticed so far. I've noticed that the habits of shield users, beginners at this mode will usually let shield off once they hear the gun or the aiming sound, because they think they're literally just about to get shot. So use this to your advantage to get the kill while shield is on cooldown, but also be very careful, because a lot of times if somebody, I wouldn't say necessarily they're not a beginner still, but once they understand that it's like, right, once that shield's on, you can't shoot me, and if you're near, they will run up to you and they will try to stun you. So that's what it is. A beginner to this mode will usually be quite unaware, so use this against your advantage, because they're learning and taking everything in. So again, I think in like the first video you might have seen me, or in one of the videos you see me, I was next to a guy, shot him, like I had him aimed, but something just went wrong and I shot him, and he just walked past me like he didn't realize I was shooting him. So really look out for that, and then again mark that persona, because you might then, when that persona comes up, be able to get a quicker kill or a more guaranteed kill on that persona than anybody else, because you know that they're new to the game and they're inexperienced. Okay, now on to intermediate players. One of the things that I've noticed is that intermediate players pick up this mode very quickly. So they might literally be in there and they get shot a couple times, but their brain starts ticking and starts working and understanding very, very quickly. They'll do things like run around, but they'll know when to activate shield, because they probably used shield before, and they'll also use things like corner stuns, because that's like AC multiplayer etiquette to get certain little stuns off, surprise people around the corner. One of the things I have noticed is that an intermediate player will hear the gun sound go off, you know, the aiming sound, the boop boop boop, and then wait sometimes quite long to activate shield. They're also probably very, very good with the aiming time of pistol kills, but you'll notice there's quite at the moment a very, very clear distinction between a beginner to this mode and an intermediate player. Okay, now moving on to advanced players. Advanced players will usually wait until the last second to activate shield, or most of the times they might activate it immediately, because they know that a lot of new players, if they're in the room, they'll literally just hold the gun down, and then literally when they think they've got enough time, they'll let go, so they'll activate their shield immediately, depending on if they say, okay, right, this is advanced players or beginner players. If it's beginner players, advanced players will usually just literally clock that shield on the minute they get a chance to. But when they know they're in the room with good players, there's a lot more mind games that go on. Again, one of the things that I know advanced players do is they activate shield and actively go looking for stuns, because literally stuns are 350 points. So literally, or they might leg it and try to go around the corner, disguise, sit down on a bench, and then stun you. Advanced players at this game are very, very, very clever, and that's one of the things you have to remember. Even if you're an advanced player, just know that you're going to be coming up against people that really do like this mode, and they're going to be very, very creative with it. Another thing I've noticed with advanced players is they will use shield, and sometimes they know they're going to die, but they'd much rather say, right, let me use shield now, get one stun, because the shield lasts for quite a long time. I'm not actually sure how long it lasts in this mode default, but it just seems like a hell of a long time it's active for. So you can very, very cleanly get 2 stuns if your pursuers are right close to each other. And again, 2 stuns is 700 points. That can be got in like a second. It doesn't take a long time to get a stun. And one of the things is they'll kind of do the kind of advanced etiquette from AC3 or ACR, right? They'll kind of hide around the corner, run around the corner with shield, use disguise, and walk around, join the blend group. By the time you come around the corner, if you've chased them, they'll stun you. So I've noticed there's certain things that they do, but just overall, they've got very, very good use of shield. They use shield aggressively to get stuns. They'll use shield to protect themselves when they're actually going to shoot somebody, and they will use shield, run around the corner, disguise, and then maybe stun you from that disguise and then go back to what they were doing. So I've noticed that with advanced players, they're very, very quick and good at what they're doing. Okay, one of the other things to be aware of is the red lock notification. If you see a red lock or kind of symbol come up on your head, that shows you that someone's locked you. Now, anybody can lock you at any time. So again, that's part of the mind game. If you do that to the person who's in first place, that can throw them off, because they're always going to be having at least 2 to 3 people on them. So if you just lock them randomly, that's actually a valid tactic, because they'll think, wait, am I about to be shot now? So if you see a red dot on your head, that means that someone's locked you. Just anybody. It doesn't have to be a pursuer, it can be anybody, and that again is part of something that I use a lot. If I know that someone's in first place, I'll just lock them randomly, and I've seen people just activate shield, and I think that could have been because I just locked you and you're hearing whispers, so you think it's me even though it's not. I just sometimes do that to throw people off. Okay, high point protection, that's one of the things I've noticed. High points do give you a lot of protection as the pursuer, because you cannot be stunned. If you actually miss a shot, leg it up a wall, and just hang on the wall because they cannot stun you there. But also as what I have noticed that this game has got a lot of people camping, and they got to high spots that are awkward for you to get to, and then they're shooting people from there. So just do be aware of that. And I know I will literally show that in my next video. That's one of the things that I've literally found out about high point campers. That's what I usually call them. Also, gun fakes work well in this, very, very, very well. And literally gun fakes is when you just hold down the ranged ability slot, which is usually Y on the Xbox, and it's like you press the L stick or you press B to cancel it. It's like blah, 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 blah. They work well on certain people. So you could like kind of go like gun fake, shot, gun fake, then shot, gun fake, then shot. These are all things you need to mess around with and just try out. Hopefully I'm not confusing you too much, but most people will know what this is about. But again, I probably will, in some of the commentaries that I do, say, oh, I'm doing a gun fake here, and I might do like a little live commentary so you guys can actually see me doing it in action. So the other thing I'll say is stay calm when you are near your target. Don't do anything silly. Just walk around your target and just understand that you will get stunned. And it does feel bad when you keep getting stunned time after time, but it's just part of the game. So one thing I say is stay calm and try not to panic too much when you are around your target. Literally, if you walk past your target, they'll hear whispers, but just try and blend in. And the minute you get to a nice distance where you think you can comfortably aim your pistol and shoot them, let it go. But you will get stunned by people because people just are very good at this mode. And literally, if they see something that's a bit odd like that, looks like human body language, they will literally go up and try and go for a stun, and you haven't even aimed. So just don't get frustrated. It is just part of the game. And again, if you are near your target or you are the pursuer, again, just stay calm and try not to run too much. If you are going to run and you've got shield and you've got a lot of people on you, then literally just activate that shield if you want to run off and go to another part of the map. That's the thing I'd say there. Okay, so rounding up, because I've spoken for so long now, going over these very important little few things. I've said them before, but I just cannot stress how important and good these things are. If you are in second, or especially if you're in first place, use disguise at every opportunity you have, because you're going to have at least 2 to 3 people on you, if not more, at all times. So really use that disguise. It's only a 9-second cooldown. Get used to using it all the time. Make it like second nature. Again, you are going to get stunned. Yes, it is frightening when somebody's running right at you and it's going to suck you in your mouth, but it just literally is that. It's a part of the game mode. You will become numb to it, but again, it is very frightening to see somebody just storming at you and you get that slap in your face. So just be aware you are going to get stunned. Take it on the chin, literally, and keep moving on. And last but not least, the thing that I've noticed the most is that in this game mode, when you or somebody shoots somebody, the crowd reacts, and that's very important. You know, I said before with the shield, how if somebody shoots you, the shield will break on one side, on the side that you were shot at. So if someone shoots you on the left hand side, the shield will break on the left and shatter. When you shoot somebody, and if someone shoots you, the crowd reacts kind of like stands back startled and kind of looks at you and just backs up. It's really funny to look at. What I've done is I've put a few little clips together to show you that. So I'll play it and then I'll slow it down. I'll repeat the same clip and slow it down. What I need you to do is when I shoot somebody, look at everybody around me and look at their face, and that's when you will literally see what I'm talking about. You'll see everybody back up. It's so funny. Here you go. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope I didn't lose anybody, and I hope you found this interesting, informative, etc, etc. Please, if you do think anybody will benefit from this and these tips and tactics and strategies, please do share the video, subscribe for more, and I will see you soon. Take care guys, thank you for watching, and bye for now.